Honorable President, and the audience, Assalamu alaikum. The topic of my speech is the status of women in Islam. The principles and tenets of Islam are for all times and all places. Islam is a religion of moderation, equilibrium, and justice. It holds out the message of morality, assurance, and hope to the humanity. Its commandments are God-given for the good and glory of the great race of mankind. Islam stands for emancipation and elevation of women. It restored the respect and honor of women in society. It came as a liberator and benefactor of women folk. Both men and women, according to Islam, are equal in the eyes of the great Creator. It was Holy Prophet ﷺ who proved to the world that the good and welfare of the family and society depends on just present between men and women. For some time, the question of the status of women in Islam has been often debated and controversial topic, particularly among the modern Muslims. The impact of Western thoughts have made them more to violate the limits imposed by the Quran and Sunnah. What Islam says to the audience is different from what Muslims really accept and do. Therefore, what Muslims actually profess becomes a yardstick for the non-Muslims to judge the values and laws of Islam. Mr. President, to justify the status of women in Islam, we will have to decide on the right standards as they are laid down in the Quran. Theocentric principles of Islam. Allah has created men and women for another to marry to his family and finally fulfill their duties as husband and wife. The Quran declares that the best act is good treatment to women. The first role of women is of wife. The lives of the mothers of the believers, that is Azwaj Mutahharat, are the best models for Muslim women. As Holy Prophet ﷺ says, the best of you are those who treat their wives as the best. He also says, the world is your wealth and of it. The best of all wealth is a virtuous woman. The second and the most sublime rule of woman is of a mother. She is not only a nurturer, but also the molder of the character of her children and shaper of the destiny of the nation. Sir, all great men owe their greatness to their mothers. Paradise lies under the feet of mothers. Women in Islam are highly respectable as mother, as wife, as sister, and as a daughter. Mr. President, in fact, it is Islam that has presented the ideas of women's honors and rights. Annie Besant, the famous feminist, says, I often think women are more free in Islam than in Christianity. Mr. President, the fathom the going controversy about the status of women, it is necessary to examine the proposition in an historical perspective. In history, we see the Greeks and Romans who accorded a high place the members of fair sex and adored them as mythological figures as Aurora, Athena, Diana, Venus, Minerva, and Flora. The Hindus glorified women as Sita, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. The Buddha takes women as a symbol of attraction and greed. Sir, the Orthodox Christians consider women the cause of all sins, for it was Eve that enticed Adam to commit the first sin, cause of the great fall. Whereas Islam elevates the status of women through inner reformation, civil laws, and preventive measures to secure strong economic for them. Islam has given full property rights to them. But Mr. President, I've been sorry to admit that nowadays women have become the main thing. And in the headlines, newspapers, magazines, and ads, they adore the famous fashion shows and modelings. They have become the center of attraction to glamour to the mixed gatherings. In this way, they are throwing away their feminine qualities like chastity, modesty, kindness, tenderness, coyness, and domesticity. So for the women of this era, it can be rightly said, you have won the honors, but lost your honor. My dear remember, Islam is the religion of justice, rationalism and morality. It allows the woman to God, if needed, under compelling conditions with due propriety as prescribed in Quran. Let me end with the words. In society, lofty is the role of women. Equal partners are they with men. In history, played a brilliant role. Their rights and life were very good. Thank you.